Hey everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. I started without y'all today. I am frying up some hamburger meat. I've got about a pound of hamburger, and I had about a quarter of a pound that was left over of Italian sausage. I'm going to throw in some Italian seasoning. About 1.5 teaspoons. Just make it 2, because I like the Italian flavor. Now, if you want to just use 1 teaspoon, you can just use 1. But I'm going to put in some garlic powder, about 1 teaspoon. I'll put in some onion powder. About 1 teaspoon. We're going to get this going. I had to actually, for the first time in so long, go to the supermarket and buy me a pound of hamburger meat. We have got some couple of bulls that are at the slaughterhouse to be slaughtered, so I'll be getting fresh meat in. But right now, I just had to do what I had to do. Let me get that seasoning down out of there. I love these little choppers, but sometimes your food can get caught up in there. I'm just trying to get the seasoning that was caught up in there. But we're going to do, it's called I've always called it a baked spaghetti, but now they're calling it spaghetti lasagna. You know, you got to give it a different name, don't they? I'm going to let this finish up. And I'm going to get my seasoning down off there again. Turn it down on low and let it finish cooking, and we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, let's grab a little spoon here. Put in about 1 teaspoon. This is 1/2 teaspoon. That's 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to put a little less than 1 teaspoon of the salt in here. We're going to get this going and get it boiling, and then we're going to put 1 pound of spaghetti noodles, okay? Let's get it over here. Get that on. I've got my eye on, and it's waiting on me to wait till it starts to boil and put my spaghetti in there. Okay, while we're waiting on that water to heat up, I spilled some water on me when I first got started. I'm sorry about looking so rough looking. Okay, I'm going to put 1 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese. Let me grab a little something to get that out of there. Love it when it comes out clean, don't you? That's a 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese. Then I'm going to put in about a 5-ounce container of cottage cheese. Now, you know, right there you may say, well, you lost me, Nan. Well, you know what? I don't like ricotta cheese, but I do not mind with cooking with ricotta cheese. I know that so many people love it. They love the way it is. Mama and Papa used to love to take peaches. Papa would love peaches and ricotta cheese. But that, I don't know, y'all may think I'm crazy, but it's just the feel in my mouth that I don't like. Now, I'm going to try to whisk this. You can, if you don't like that feel in your mouth, all you have to do is just run it through your food processor. You know. See, you never know it's even in there. Just beat this up nice and smooth. Get in there. Now, I'm going to put about a teaspoon of onion powder. Well, that's garlic powder. And about half a teaspoon of onion powder. I'm going to whisk this up real good in there. Now, I think I hear my, there we go. My water is boiling with salt in it. Hang on a minute. And I always keep a wet rag in my sink whenever I need to wipe something. Now, I'm going to take 16 ounces, yeah, 1 pound box of spaghetti noodles. These are just great value. You know, I'm not picky. Oh, mercy. And I know I'm going to make some of you people plumb aggravated at me, but I'm going to break them. And then I'm going to have to clean up the mess. I didn't break them all, but that hot water will just start bringing them right down in there. They'll start to soften up and get pliable. Now, I'm going to get back here and get the rest of the bunch that broke and went around on my stove cleaned up and get it in my pot. Okay, just got through grinding. Let me show you. Just shredding some mozzarella, and my noodles are done. Let me grab a little something to hold my lid. My favorite pot. It's already made into the lid to be able to drain. I have sprayed the inside of a 9x13 deep dish baking dish. I'm going to pour my good noodles. Get my little, come on out of there now. Okay. Now, I've been washing dishes already, but I'm going to have a lot to clean up now. So put your 1 pound of cooked noodles that are drained in there. I'm going to sprinkle, let me see, where is my, you know me, I'm always a little off. I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of Italian seasoning over the noodles. You know, I don't usually say anything, but it is very true to season in layers. You know, I've seasoned my noodles with salt, and I put just a little bit of that over there. Now, we're going to put my ricotta and cottage cheese mixture that we whisked real good. If you don't want to, just really try the ricotta. Try the cottage cheese, because if you can run it through a blender or a blender or a food processor, you can definitely, I'm gonna, just the best I can, just try to sort of pull this over the noodles. It's not going to be perfect, but let me get this up here. I hope you are able to see what I'm doing. You're just trying to get it over all the noodles, okay? I think that's pretty good. Right over here in this corner needed just a little bit, and that's what I had left on my spoon. Okay, let me grab my little cloth and rinse it out, because I was washing some dishes. Might have a little bit of soap on it or detergent. So, and grab my towel. Next, we're going to take our meat mixture, which was a fourth of a pound of Italian sausage and a fourth of a pound, 1 pound of ground hamburger and a fourth of a pound of Italian sausage. You know, I have the Italian sausage and it always makes it good. Usually if I don't use a whole pound in something, I always freeze it and keep it for a later date. Just like now. Let me get this smoothed out before I rinse my hands. Just sort of going to pack it down so it'll be good and smooth. Now, I'm going to wash my hands and be right back. Okay, got a few dishes washed and I'm doing good. This meal is really something else. It can, let me grab this. It is big. It's a big meal. You can share this definitely with somebody. I'm going to put in 2 24-ounce jars. Well, I'm going to see how far the 24-ounce jar. Here, my oven is preheated to 350. Just making a few incisions in my hamburger meat so that it can soak down in there, you know. But I've got my oven preheated to 350. I'm going to put just a tad bit of water, not much, just, a few tablespoons, and rinse well. And I'm going to put just a couple tablespoons in this one. This will be great when you've got company coming to absolutely to fix for them. Okay, next I'm going to take mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, put that over it. This is about 4 ounces. I have some that was bought at the supermarket that I need to use up, so I'm probably going to put it on here too. I'm going to leave this up so I can shred the rest of my container. When I get through doing this, I can shred it, and this is 8 ounces. I don't know how much I'm going to be using. I'm going to put some aluminum foil on this. I think the cheese just makes it. I've made this for years. A little lady at my church gave me this recipe, and every time she ever brought it to a function at church, everybody went for it, buddy. It was a good one. Now, I'm going to put me a piece of aluminum foil over this. Let me clean this mess up just a hair bit, okay? Just can't stand that mess. Now, drop my towel. Oh, my back. Once I stand for a while, it's hard for me to get back up. I'm going to put some aluminum foil. What in the world? Got something caught there. I know I've got one of these open. Lift here. This is the thinner version, and I really don't care for the thinner version. But I'm telling you what I'm going to do. Hang on a minute. I'm going to spray my aluminum foil. So that it does not stick to my cheese, okay? Make sure I've got the, make sure. I'm going to pop this in the oven for about, 25-30 minutes. Then I'm going to remove the foil and leave it just for a few more minutes to make sure the cheese is all melted. Now, let's get it in there, okay? We know our oven's already preheated. It's pretty heavy. Really heavy for me. Okay, we're going to leave it in about 20 to 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. Isn't this enough to feed 2 or 3 families? It is so good, and it just got out of the oven, and I had a little spillage. So be sure you put this in a deep dish pan, or one of the big deep disposable metal, full pans would probably hold it good. But just wanted to show y'all it's going to be delicious. And it is boiling hot. It's still simmering down here in the bottom. But I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't want to touch the pan. It's going to be hot. Can you see the layers? The layers. It does look a lot like a lasagna. So, listen, I'm not going to dive into this because I know it's delicious, but I'm getting ready to make me a good salad to go with this. And I made some homemade bread. I'm going to have some toasted homemade bread. And we're going to have a little feast. So, just want to tell y'all that I love you. Want to tell you how much the good Lord loves you. And just put your trust in Him. I say that so many times. You know, I know there's a lot of people out there. I've gotten quite a few messages lately from some ladies, sweet ladies that have lost their husbands and just going through a hard time, some sickness. People are taking care, being caregivers, and we need to pray for one another. Pray that God will help us, give us the strength that we need to do the things we have to do. And I just want to tell y'all that that God won't let you down. He's as close as a whisper away. And I just want you to know how much He loves you. I will see y'all next time. I'll try to get a good picture of this wonderful spaghetti. You can call it anything you want to. It's like a spaghetti lasagna casserole or bake or whatever. I'll write something down there. But I will try to get you a good picture so you can see what a great meal we're going to have tonight. Love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.